it's Elisa, the Half Asian Tarot Queen, and I'm back. I kind of fell off the grid for a bit. I haven't done any readings in a while. I've actually been living in the ICU, a family emergency that's been going on, and it's funny because one of the readings I did before I stopped was like, it was called Redemption, and it was kind of about hitting rock bottom, and it's just like, you know, life as you know it doesn't exist anymore kind of thing. And I'm like, it can't get any worse than bankrupt and homeless. Like, that's like rock bottom, right? And then now I'm like living in the ICU, so for sure this is like punctuating the end of an era for sure. So anyways, I don't really have a lot of time to do readings right now, and I'm probably just going to do one for the month of February, and then we'll see where we're at. But I'm going to start with the Mystical Shaman Oracle because I really love that one. I just pulled two cards, so the Andean Cross and the Owl. Kind of like that, but it's kind of cool how they sort of go together. I love how they do that. Hold on one second. Okay, so anyways, these cards are like super appropriate actually. So we've got the Andean Cross, and this kind of represents sort of like a portal, you know. It's like a shamanic symbol representing the four directions, and there's this opening in the middle, you know, and it's just like a portal into a new existence, and which is interesting because that's kind of what I was just talking about. It's so cool how these two cards match. Like, we've got this green thing, and then we have this, I don't know. But the owl is kind of like the wisdom of your ancestors. So, you know, looking for signs and coincidences, which is guidance from your ancestors. It's just kind of guiding you through this shift. So that's the overall energy for the month of February. I don't know if I mentioned this. Obviously, I'm kind of going through some stuff, so I'm a little out of it at the moment. But this is a reading for the month of February, in case I didn't say that. So I'm pulling out my Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot to get some overall energies for the reading, and I pull it out, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Tower. So we're pretty right on target here. We're going through a big shift, you know, walking from one stage of life to the next. Life as you knew it is crumbling, and there's new life emerging, and there's no way to avoid it. Like, that's just what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one more card. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. All right, well, this is pretty fitting. All right, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Wands. So this is good. This is a victory or triumph over adversity. This is like coming home to a ticker tape parade, you know. It's like someone has gone off to battle and they come home and they're welcomed back as like a hero. So that's good. But then for the overall energies, we have the Seven of Cups, the Judgment, and we have the World. So this is like the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. You know, really goes along with this portal to a new life theme. The Judgment, it's funny because these two cards go together really well too. So this is a reckoning that's happening. So there's some judgments being passed, you know, karma's being, it's being tallied, you know, we're looking at the last cycle, and there's a judgment being cast, and, you know, by like a higher power, you know, there's like karma that's being dealt right now. And then we have the Seven of Cups, so there's like a lot of confusion around all these changes that are happening. But basically, it's like that REM song, you know, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. It's funny because I think that was my high school graduation song, our class song when we, or no, actually we tried. I think there were a lot of people who voted for that song, but it ended up losing to like Rod Stewart or something. Like, I voted for the REM song, just, for the record. But, okay, so I'm going to pull some general energies for the reading. See if we can get some kind of storyline for what's going down for February, because it looks pretty climactic here. But yeah, definitely, wow. Life as you knew it no longer exists. And, we're changing, like things are moving forward and there's just no way around it. So pull one more card, and all right, so at the bottom of the deck we have the High Priestess. So this is a card of manifestation, and this is a woman who's like super tapped into the collective consciousness, has manifestation powers, and is super wise, so she's kind of presiding over this month. And then for the general energies, we have the Knight of Wands, this has been a recurring character that's been coming up a bunch. There's a thread around him called Players, but this is like a super charming, like passionate guy. He's not exactly Mr. Reliable, but like, he's passionate and fiery, and yeah, he's just, he's not exactly marriage material, but like he's beloved by the ladies, we'll say that. So we've got him, and then we've got the Four of Pentacles. So this is a card of sort of like hanging on to the past, not really being able to let go, and being sort of stuck in the past. And so you're not letting go of the past, and so you're not open to what's coming in. But then, interestingly enough, we have the Nine of Cups right after that, the Wish card. So like this guy falls in right under this confusion, which, for sure this guy's going to bring a lot of confusion into the picture, because he's got like all these options and he doesn't really know what he wants to do. And, of course, there's always a lot of drama with that, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. So we're like hanging on to the past, but there's this judgment that's being cast about the past. So it's like, whether you want to hang on to it or not, like the larger universe is casting a judgment onto it. So change is going to happen inevitably either way, but so whatever this blockage was, it's going bye-bye. Like it's getting overridden by the larger powers that be. And then, but it's actually a good thing that we're ending this cycle, because somebody's wish is coming true. Like it's like nobody wants to bring in the Tower, but ultimately it's not a bad thing. And so interestingly enough, we get the Seven of Cups again on the next row. So we've got two of these confusion drama cards around this Knight of Pentacles, or Knight of Wands, which makes sense because, I mean, players bring drama. Like, that's just the way it is. So that's just confirming that. And then on top of this withholding energy, we have this Four of Cups, so it's just like this person is like kind of stuck in the past. They're like, there's this cup of love that's being offered to them, but they're like, not focused on it. They're just like doing their own thing and like not paying attention. But like meanwhile, the universe is casting judgment on the situation. So even though there's been all this stuck energy, something's changing either way, and like there's nothing that can be done about it. And it looks like there's a cycle ending. Someone's getting their wish, and there's some kind of reunion that's happening. So that's really interesting, because there has been this recurring theme in like the Divine Feminine, the epic love story, and the dynasty threads about this, like this love that was being blocked for a long time by this toxic situation. So it's interesting, because it's almost like, okay, like Karma's like casting judgment on this, and like it's like not because anyone's like trying to make it change, but karma's making it change. And so whatever that toxic situation was, oh my gosh, is going away. And then right as I say that, these two cards fall out. I'm not even making this up. This situation is changing, and this love that's been blocked forever is coming in. So like, and it's not because anyone actively made it happen, but it's because karma decided that that's what was going to happen. So pretty wild. I'm going to pull 3 cards of guidance to see how we might move through these energies, and then I might pull a couple more cards at the end because I got to get back to the hospital. Because, you know, obviously I've got more important, I wouldn't say more important. I mean, I won't make that judgment, but, you know, I got stuff to attend to. We'll just say that. Okay. So I pulled 3 more cards, and we got this Don Juan guy with all the confusion and drama around him, you know. Well, it's interesting because he gets the 2 of Wands card. So this is a card about making a decision. You've got the palm of the world in the palm of your hands, and you've got to make a decision, and you got to move forward. And it's really interesting because I feel like there's a whole reading about this guy called Coming of Age, and it's all about him having to make some decisions. So I'll refer to that because that might actually be super relevant to this reading. And then we have this Queen of Pentacles, which this energy has really been orbiting in the Divine Feminine thread for a while, but this is a nurturing, loving earth sign queen. She's like stable, she's got it going on, she's financially independent, like she's just someone you want to have on your side. And she's like, there's some judgment that's happening. So whatever, I'm not sure if like she's withholding love and she's hanging on to the past, or if that's being done to her, but there's some situation regarding that she's involved in that is changing. And not because somebody's like actively making a change, but because it's just karma's just happening. And then we have over this, some cycle is ending, someone's wish is coming true, and a reunion's happening. And then we have the King of Cups on top of that. So this is like an emotionally balanced, stable king that's offering this cup of love here, you know, which is kind of beautiful. So yeah, it looks like February is all about well, it looks like expecting miracles. Miracles are blossoming in my life. So this is from the Gateway Oracle, which is like, I think, great for when we're going through big changes. And we have Soaring into Joy. Childlike wonder fills my life. So it looks like, despite how things might look in this particular moment, it's going to be a good month. I'm going to pull one more card from Sacred Traveler to end the reading, and then I'm going to get going. But yeah, hopefully I'll have some more readings coming up. But who's to say? Like, things have been a little rocky lately, we'll just say that. One more card, and I will leave you on that note. Okay. Choosing your path. All is possible. So, yeah. The world is wide open. So, don't get discouraged because things are changing. But, like, there's all this open frontier in front of you, and there's endless possibilities. So, be encouraged, and good luck, and we'll check back with you soon.